Unit 1.1. His first flight. Glossary. Ledge. A narrow shelf that juts out from a vertical surface. Shrilly. Producing a high-pitched and piercing voice or sound. Herring. A long silver fish that swims in large groups in the sea. Devour. To eat something eagerly and in large amounts, so that nothing is left. Cackle. A sharp, broken noise or cry of a hen, goose or seagull. Mackerel. A sea fish with a strong taste, often used as food. Gnaw. To bite or chew something repeatedly. Trot. To run at a moderate pace with short steps. Precipice. A very steep side of a cliff or a mountain. Whet. To sharpen. Preening. Cleaning feathers with beak. Plaintively. Sadly, calling in a sad way. Swoop. To move very quickly and easily through the air. Beckoning. Making a gesture with the hand or head to encourage someone to approach or follow. Answer the following questions in a sentence or two. 1. How was the young seagull's first attempt to fly? Answer. The young seagull was all alone on his ledge where his two brothers and sisters had already flown. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath made him afraid. He also felt that his wings would never support him. 2. How did the parents support and encourage the young seagull's brothers and sister? Answer. The parents flew about with them, trying to perfect them in the art of flight. They taught them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. 3. Give an instance that shows the pathetic condition of the young bird. Answer. The young seagull felt the hair of the sun as he had not eaten anything since the previous night. When he found a dried piece of mackerel's tail, he rushed to it. However, there was not a single scrap of food left in it. He searched every inch, even the straw nest. He searched even the piece of eggshell. It was like eating a part of himself. 4. How did the bird try to reach its parents without having to fly? Answer. He then trotted back and forth from one end of the ledge to the other, trying to find some means of reaching his parents without flying. But on each side of him, the ledge ended in a sheer fall of precipice, with the sea water. 5. Do you think that the young seagull's parents were harsh to him? Why? Answer. No, I don't think so. They were not harsh, but they were wise. They wanted to teach him the importance of confidence and self-reliance. One can't depend on his parents all his life for his livelihood. He should learn to be courageous. 6. What prompted the young seagull to fly finally? Answer. The young seagull was maddened by hunger and he dived on hearing his mother's scream. He fell outwards and downwards where his mother swooped upwards with the food. Finally, this prompted the young seagull to make his first flight. 7. What happened to the young seagull when it landed on the green sea? Answer. The young seagull's feet sank into the green sea and then his belly touched it. He sank no further rather than floating on it, and around him his family was screaming, praising him. Answer each of the following questions in a paragraph of about 100 to 150 words. 1. Describe the struggles undergone by the young seagull to overcome its fear of flying. The young seagull was alone in the ledge. He looked down desperately at the vast expanse of sea that stretched down beneath his ledge. He was hungry. His parents had flown away along with his two brothers and his little sisters. He had tried several times, but he felt a fear looking at the great expanse of sea stretched down beneath. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. He felt that he was going to starve to death on the ledge. He searched for food here and there and had found a dried piece of mackerel's tail. He even gnawed the dried pieces of eggshell. He saw his family members rejoicing and having food, so he made a scream toward his mother's. Even his mother was not looking at him. She was tearing a piece of fish with her bark. The sight of food maddened him. He felt joy seeing his mother approaching him with food. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer, and then maddened by hunger he dived at the fish. A monstrous terror seized him, but the very moment he realized that he was flying, He was born to fly and he made his first flight. 2. Your parents sometimes behave like the young bird's parents. They may seem cruel and unrelenting. Does it mean that they do not care for you? Explain your views about it with reference from the story. Parents guard and pamper their children more than any other relative in this world. They stand as a backbone of their children's achievement. Not all parents are friendly with their children, they may seem cruel and unrelenting also. But it doesn't mean they are not caring, rather, they are showing more care from the bottom of their heart. Like the seagull's mother, all the parents care for them every time. The young seagull's mother didn't behave rudely to him. She showed the right path towards overcoming the struggles in life. The young seagull's mother motivated him to overcome his cowardice. Parental love will teach us the importance of independence, self-belief and confidence, and the need for motivation to attain goals. Only the mother knew well that the tick was to arouse his need, and she eventually lures him for food, to his momentary horror and then great joy. Every journey of 1,000 miles begins but with a single step. But that single step is the most difficult one to help conquer the fear and venture forth, and we realize that we were born with wings. A mix of carrot and stick always gives the desired results. Probably seagull's parents have learned this lesson through their experience. That is why they are following this policy. Vocabulary. Change the parts of speech of the given words in the chart. Noun. Verb. Adjective. Adverb. Exhaustion. Exhaust. Exhaustive. Exhaustively. Wide. Widen. Wide. Widely. Madness. Madden. Mad. Madly. Perfection. Perfect. Perfect. Perfectly. Read the following sentences and change the form of the underlined words as directed. 1. His family was screaming and offering him food. 2. Adjective. His screaming family offered him food. 2. The young seagull gave out a loud call. 2. Adverb. The young seagull called out loudly. 3. The bird cackled amusedly while flying. 2. Adverb. The bird cackled in amusement while flying. 4. The depth of the sea from the ledge scared the seagull. 2. Adjective. The deep sea from the ledge scared the seagull. 5. The successful flight of the bird was a proud moment for the seagull's family. 2. Verb. The bird flew successfully and it was a proud moment for the seagull's family. Use the following words to construct meaningful sentences on your own. 1. Coward. A coward is afraid to fight for his rights. 2. Gradual. There is a gradual improvement in his health. 3. Praise. Everyone praised our captain when he shot a goal. 4. Courageous. The courageous young man saved the life of the drowning boy. 5. Starvation. These poor people live in hunger and starvation. Listening. Here is a travelogue by the students of Government Girls Higher Secondary School, Pattukottai, after their trip to Darjeeling. Listen to the travelogue and answer the following questions. Fill in the blanks with suitable words. The students visited Darjeeling city. Kanchenjunga is the third highest mountain in the world. Tiger Hill is 13 kilometers away from Darjeeling. The drinking water is supplied by Sechel Lake to the city. After Sechel Lake, they visited Battersea Loop. Do you think they had a memorable and enjoyable school trip? Yes, I think that they had a memorable and enjoyable school trip. Name a few places that you wish to visit with your classmate as a school trip. I would like to visit Darjeeling, Kanchenjunga, Tiger Hill, Sechel Lake and Battersea Loop. State whether the following statements are true or false. As the sky was cloudy, they could get the glimpse of the Mount Everest. False. The toy train covers 14 kilometers in 3 hours. True. Tiger Hill has earned international fame for the best sunset view. False. Speaking. Here is a dialogue between a father and his daughter. Continue the dialogue with at least 5 utterances and use all the clues given above. Father: Hi Mary, it has been a very long time since we went on a trip. Let's plan one. Mary: Yes, Dad. I am also longing to go. Why don't we plan one for this weekend? Father: Sure. Tell me, where shall we go? Mary, some place nearby but for at least 2 days. Father, I think we should go to the reserved forest nearby. Mary, yeah. I've never been to a forest. I have seen a forest only on the TV and movies. The forest is a good choice. Father, okay. If we are going to the forest, we must list out what we should carry with us for 2 days. Mary, I think we should carry suitable clothes like sweaters, jackets. Father, what about the food? Do you have any idea, Mary? Mary, yeah. For food, I suggest some packed foods such as bread, butter, some soft drinks and fruits. Father, okay, that's fine. Don't forget to bring a first aid kit and medicines. It will be helpful in need of emergency. Mary, sure Dad, I shall pack all the necessary things before our trip. We can enjoy a lot there. Reading. Read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. Bungee jumping. Bungee jumping is an activity that involves jumping from a tall structure while connected to a long elastic cord. The tall structure is usually a fixed object, such as a building, bridge or crane, but it is also possible to jump from a movable object, such as a hot air balloon or helicopter, that has the ability to hover above the ground. The thrill comes from the free falling and the rebound. When the person jumps, the cord stretches and the jumper flies upwards again as the cord recoils, and continues to oscillate up and down until all the kinetic energy is dissipated. Jumping Heights, located in Mohanchatti village, in Rishikesh, has been rated as one of the most preferred bungee jumping destinations in India at a height of 83 meters. It is the only place in India where bungee jumping can be done from a fixed platform. This is also India's only fixed platform bungee performed from a professional cantilever, to separate it from entertainment parks, and create instead, an extreme adventure zone. The bungee has been designed by David Allardyce of New Zealand. The cantilever platform is built over a rocky cliff overlooking the River Hall, a tributary of River Ganges. Bungeeing amidst the vastness of nature lends the experience an absolutely breathtaking quality. Jumping Heights is well known for its safety measures and experienced staff. It costs around 2,500 rupees per jump, a bit expensive, but totally worth the experience. The bungee jumping experience has been set amidst the astoundingly stunning landscape of Rishikesh. To bungee jump, one must be at least 12 years and should weigh between 40 to 110 kg. Questions 1. What is bungee jumping? Bungee jumping is an activity that involves jumping from a tall structure while connected to a long elastic cord. 2. Can bungee be performed from a movable object? How? Yes, bungee can be performed from a movable object like hot air balloon or helicopter that has the ability to hover above the ground. 3. When do you think bungee becomes thrilling? Bungee jumping becomes thrilling when it comes from the free falling and the rebound. 4. What is the experience when one falls off the platform? When one falls off the platform, it creates an extreme adventurous zone. 5. Where is the bungee jumping point located in India? Jumping Heights, located in Mohanchatti village, in Rishikesh, is the bungee jumping point located in India. 6. What is the minimum age to bungee jump? The minimum age to bungee jumps is 12 years. Grammar. Complete these sentences using appropriate modals. The clues in the brackets will help you. 1. When I was a child, I used to climb trees easily, but now I can't. Ability in the past. 2. I will win this singing contest. Determination. 3. You may buy this book. It is worth buying. Advice or suggestion. 4. Pungotai can speak several languages. Ability in the present. 5. I swear I won't tell lies again. Promise. 6. My father used to play badminton in the evenings when he was at college. Past habit. 7. You should do as I say. Command. 8. Can I have another glass of water? Request. 9. CB has not practiced hard, but he may win the race. Possibility. 10. We must preserve our natural resources. Duty. Rewrite the following sentences by rectifying the errors in the use of modals. 1. Would I have your autograph? Can I have your autograph? 2. I can be 15 next April. I will be 15 next April 3rd. Take an umbrella. It should rain later. Take an umbrella. It may rain later. 4. The magistrate ordered that he might pay the fine. The magistrate ordered that he should pay the fine. 5. Make me a cup of tea, shall you? Make me a cup of tea, will you? 6. You may speak politely to the elders. You must speak politely to the elders. 7. You will get your teeth cleaned at least once a year. You need to get your teeth cleaned at least once a year. 8. We could grow vegetables in our kitchen garden, but we don't do it now. We used to grow vegetables in our kitchen garden, but we don't do it now. 9. Must I get your jacket? The weather is cold. Can I get your jacket? The weather is cold. 10. Could the train be on time? Will the train be on time? Read the dialogue and fill in the blanks with suitable modals. Dad, shall we go out for dinner tonight? Charan, yes, Dad. We should go to a restaurant where I can have some ice cream. Dad, okay, then, I will be home by 7 p.m. Mom, and you should be ready by then. Charan, sure. We shall. My friend told me that there is a magic show nearby. Will you please take us there? Dad, we may not have time to go for the magic show, I suppose. If we have enough time left, we will plan. Charan, by the way, should we inform our gatekeeper about our outing? Dad, yes, we should, so that he will be aware we aren't at home. Charan, shall I call up Mom and tell her about our plan today? Dad, you ought to. Otherwise, we might be in trouble when she returns home. Charan, by the time you come home in the evening, we will be waiting for you. Hope you won't be late. Bye. Read the following dialogues and supply appropriate modals. Student, can we leave our bags in the class during the break? Teacher, yes, you may, but arrange them neatly. Passenger, my child is 6 years old. Do I have to buy him a ticket? Conductor, yes, you should. It costs half of the price of an adult ticket. Vani, can we go for coffee after the meeting? Yoga, no, I should. I have to go home. Salesman, when I receive my order. Salesman, when will I receive my order? Customer, I can assure you, sir, the order be delivered tomorrow. Neela, do you think I should write about my education background in the resume? Preeti, yes, ought to you. You get a better job. Here are a few sentences already done for you. The clues given would be helpful to make more sentences on your own. I would suggest that you take the Uzavan Express to Thanjavur from Chennai. You will be more comfortable if you could book 3 Tier 8C. You could enjoy yourself by visiting museum and place. You should visit Brihadishwara temple, where you can see the marvelous architecture portrayed by the King Raja Chola. You mustn't miss Saraswati Mahal, a storehouse of knowledge. You can buy dancing dolls which represents the name of Thanjavur. You may also like to buy art plates, paintings, bronze statue which stoned as unique products of Thanjavur. You can spend some of your time in the nearby holy places such as Kumbakonam, Tiruvayuru, Pundi Church. You shouldn't resist yourself from visiting Kallanai Dam, which was the historical monument of Karikala Cholan. Hope you will enjoy yourself and have a great time. We change the following sentences to the other voice. 1. The manager appointed many office assistants. Many office assistants were appointed by the manager. 2. You are making a cake now. A cake is being made by you now. 3. That portrait was painted by my grandmother. My grandmother painted that portrait for. Malini had bought a colorful hat for her daughter. A colorful hat had been bought by Malini for her daughter. 5. They have asked me to pay the fine. I have been asked to pay the fine by them. 6. The militants were being taken to prison by the police. The police were taking the militants to prison. 7. His behavior vexes me. I am vexed by his behavior. 8. Rosie will solve the problem. The problem will be solved by Rosie. 9. Our army has defeated the enemy. The enemy has been defeated by our army. 10. The salesman answered all the questions patiently. All the questions were answered by the salesman patiently. We change the following into passive voice. 1. Please call him at once. You are requested to call him at once. 2. How did you cross the river? How was the river crossed by you? 3. No one is borrowing the novels from the library. The novels from the library are not being borrowed. 4. Will you help me? Shall I be helped by you? 5. Go for a jog early in the morning. You are advised to go for a jog early in the morning. 6. Why have you left your brother at home? Why has your brother been left at home by you? 7. Nobody should violate the rules. The rules should not be violated. 8. Someone has to initiate it immediately. It had to be initiated immediately. 9. Have you invited Raman to the party? Has Raman been invited to the party by you? 10. Please do not walk on the grass. You are requested not to walk on the grass. 11. Cross the busy roads carefully. You are advised to cross the busy roads carefully. 12. When will you book the tickets to Bengaluru? When will the tickets be booked to Bengaluru by you? In the following sentences, the verbs have two objects, namely direct and indirect objects. Change each of the following sentences into two passives using direct object as the subject in one and indirect in the other. 1. John gave a bar of chocolate to Jill. Jill was given a bar of chocolate by John. A bar of chocolate was given to Jill by John. 2. Pragati lent a pencil to Kirtana. A pencil was lent to Kirtana by Pragat. Kirtana was lent a pencil by Pragat. 3. Sudha told the truth to her friend. The truth was told to her friend by Sudha. Her friend was told the truth by Sudha. 4. They offered the job to Venkat. The job was offered to Venkat by them. Venkat was offered the job by them. 5. The boss showed the new computer to Kaviya. The new computer was showed to Kaviya by the boss. Kaviya was shown the new computer by the boss. Unit 1.2. Life. Glossary. Morning. Feeling or expressing great sadness. Veils. To hide or cover something so that you cannot see it clearly or understand it. Crown. A prize or position offered for being the best. Quest. A long search for something that is difficult to find. Unreluctant. Willing to do something. This form is generally not used, but the poet has coined it for emphasis. Sonnet. The word sonnet is derived from the Italian word sonetto, which means a little song or small lyric. In poetry, a sonnet has 14 lines and is written in iambic pentameter, a line with 10 syllables, accented on every second beat. The first 8 lines of a sonnet is known as octave, and the last 6 lines is known as sestet. Sonnets can be categorized on the basis of their rhyme scheme. Read the following lines from the poem and answer the questions that follows. 1. Let me but live my life from year to year, with forward face and unreluctant soul. A. Whom does the word me refer to? The word me refers to the poet B. What kind of life does the poet want to lead? The poet wants to lead a life of brightness and cheer, hoping for a better future, unhesitatingly ready to act. 2. Not hurrying to, nor turning from the goal, not mourning for the things that disappear. A. Why do you think the poet is not in a hurry? He wants to live a life by enjoying every moment. So he is not a hurry. B. What should one not mourn for? One should not mourn for the things that disappear by time. 3. In the dim past, nor holding back in fear. From what the future wails, but with a whole and happy heart, that pays its toll to youth and age, and travels on with cheer. A. What does the poet mean by the phrase, in the dim past? The phrase, in the dim past, refers to things, events which go away and it will not be remembered clearly. B. Is the poet afraid of future? No, because he says he is ready to face the future that comes his way. C. How can one travel on with cheer? With happy heart and cheerful spirit. 4. So let the way wind up the hill or down, or rough or smooth, the journey will be joy. Still seeking what I sought when but a boy, new friendship, high adventure, and a crown. A. How is the way of life? The way of life sometimes goes up or goes down. B. How should be the journey of life? The journey of life should be entertaining with a joyful mood. C. What did the poet seek as a boy? As a boy, he sought new friendship, high adventure, and good status. 5. My heart will keep the courage of the quest, and hope the road's last turn will be the best. A. What kind of quest does the poet seek here? The poet seeks courageous quest. B. What is the poet's hope? The poet hopes his quest will really end in happiness. 6. In the dim past, nor holding back in fear from what the future wails, but with a whole and happy heart, that pays its toll to youth and age, and travels on with cheer. A. Identify the rhyming words of the given lines. Fear, cheer, hold, toll. 7. Let me but live my life from year to year, with forward face and unreluctant soul, not hurrying to, not turning from the goal, not mourning for the things that disappear. A. Identify the rhyme scheme of the given lines. The rhyme scheme is A, B, B, A. The method is ear A. Soul, B. Goal, B. Disappear, A. Answer the following question in about 80 to 100 words. 1. Describe the journey of life as depicted in the poem by Henry Van Dyke. Henry Van Dyke wants to live a better life each moment, looking forward to complete his work unhesitatingly. But he does not want to hurry up to achieve his aim, he would like to complete his task undiverted. While pursuing his desire, he is not ready to mourn for the loss or failure gone by. He does not fear what the future is going to give. He is ready to continue his work till his last breath with gay and happy attitude. In his view, whether he faces upcoming and setbacks and crosses thorny and smooth surfaces, he will enjoy his journey of life. He says he is in the mood of a lad who entertains new friends, ready to do risky tasks to reach his desire. Finally, he expressed that with courageous fervor he would continue his journey, hoping for a better tomorrow. Based on your understanding of the poem, complete the following passage by using the phrases given in the box. Youth to old age. Up or down the hill. To hurry nor move away. High adventure. Joyful. Mourn. Looking ahead. The poet wants to live his life looking ahead, willing to do something. He neither wants to hurry nor move away from his goal. He does not want to mourn the things he has lost, not hold back for fear of the future. He instead prefers to live his life with a whole and happy heart which cheerfully travels from youth to old age. Therefore, it does not matter to him whether the path goes up or down the hill, rough or smooth, the journey will be joyful. He will continue to seek what he wanted as a boy, new friendship, high adventure, and a crown prize. His heart will remain courageous and pursue his desires. He hopes that every turn in his life's journey will be the best. Unit 1.3. The Tempest. Glossary. Tormenting. Making someone suffer or worry a lot. Dreadful. Extremely bad or unpleasant. Duke. A man of very high social rank in some European countries. A king. Deprive. To take something important or necessary away from someone. Resistance. The act of fighting against something. Fatigue. Extreme tiredness. Vexation. Worry or anger. Famished. Extremely hungry. Voracious. Very eager for something. Repent. To be very sorry for something bad you have done. Choose the correct answer. 1. Was the chief of all spirits. Answer, Ariel. 2. Raised a dreadful storm. Answer, Prospero. 3. Mirinda was brought to the island years ago. Ans. 12. 4. Prospero ordered Ariel to bring to his place. Answer, Ferdinand. 5. Had provided Prospero formally with books and provisions. Answer, Gonzalo. 6. The second human being that Mirinda saw on the island was. Answer, Ferdinand. Identify the character or speaker. 1. He imprisoned the spirits in the bodies of large trees. Sycorax. 2. He was the chief of all spirits. Ariel. 3. It seems to me like the recollection of a dream. Prospero. 4. I was Duke of Milan, and you were a princess. Mirinda. 5. What a trouble must I have been to you then. Mirinda. 6. Now pray tell me, sir, your reason for raising the sea storm. Mirinda. 7. I will soon move you. Ariel. 8. I will tie your neck and feet together. Prospero. 9. I must finish my task before I take my rest. Ferdinand. 10. He repented and implored his brother's forgiveness. Antonio. Answer the following questions in 1 or 2 sentences. 1. Who were the inhabitants of the island? Prospero and his daughter Mirinda were the inhabitants of the island. 2. What powers did Prospero possess? Prospero possessed magical powers. 3. Who was Caliban? What was he employed for? Caliban was the son of Sycorax. He was employed to fetch wood, and do the most laborious offices. 4. Who were on the ship? How were they related to Prospero? The King of Naples and Antonio were on the ship. The King of Naples was enemy to him and Antonio was his own brother. 5. Why had Prospero raised a violent storm in the sea? Prospero raised a violent storm in the sea so that his enemies, the King of Naples and his cruel brothers, were cast ashore upon that island. 6. How did Mirinda feel when her father raised the storm to destroy the ship? Mirinda felt very sad. 7. What was Ariel ordered to do with the people on the ship? Ariel was ordered to torment the inmates of the ship. 8. Give 2 reasons why Mirinda was so concerned about Ferdinand. He was the second human face which was seen by her. He had perfectly done the task given to him by her father. 9. Why did Prospero set Ferdinand a severe task to perform? Prospero set a severe task to Ferdinand in order to test their love. 10. How was Gonzalo helpful to Prospero when he left Milan? Gonzalo helped Prospero by giving him a boat, water, provisions, apparel, and some books when he left Milan. Answer the questions in a paragraph of about 100 to 150 words. 1. Write a detailed character sketch of Prospero. The play's protagonist, Prospero, is the father of Mirinda. 12 years before the events of the play, Prospero was the Duke of Milan. His brother, Antonio, in concert with Alonso, King of Naples, usurped him, forcing him to flee in a boat with his daughter. The honest Lord Gonzalo aided Prospero in his escape. Prospero had spent his 12 years on the island refining the magic that gave him the power he needed to punish and forgive his enemies. 2. Narrate how Prospero made his enemies repent to restore his dukedom. 12 years ago, Prospero was Duke of Milan. Being of a bookish disposition, he withdrew more and more into his studies, leaving the management of his state to his brother Antonio. Eventually, with help of the King of Naples, an enemy of Prospero, Antonio usurped the dukedom for himself. Prospero and his daughter Mirinda were put to sea in a rotten boat and eventually landed on a distant island. It was ruled by the witch Sycorax but now inhabited only by her son, Caliban, and Ariel, a spirit. His daughter Mirinda had grown up seeing no other human being. Prospero divined that Fortunate has brought his enemies close to the island and he sees an opportunity to work his revenge. He uses his powers to raise a storm which shipwrecks them. When Mirinda questions this, he tells her the story of their arrival on the island and assures her that no real harm will come to the survivors. The shipwrecked travelers are separated by Ariel. He leads Ferdinand, the king's son, to Prospero's cell, where he and Mirinda fall instantly in love. Prospero sets heavy tasks to test Ferdinand. The King of Naples searches for his son, although fearing him to be drowned. Ariel brings the King of Naples and his followers to the cell. Prospero confronts his enemies and forgives them. Finally, Prospero grants Ariel his freedom and prepares to leave the island for Milan and his restored dukedom. Rearrange the following sentences in coherent order. 1. He ordered Ariel to torment the inmates of the ship. 2. Mirinda was attracted by Ferdinand and had more concern towards him. 3. Prospero and Mirinda came to an island and lived in a cave. 4. Prospero forgave them and restored his dukedom, Milan. 5. He raised a violent storm in the sea to wreck the ship of his enemies. 6. Prospero wanted to test Ferdinand and gave a severe task to perform. 7. Using his powers, Prospero released the good spirits from large bodies of trees. 8. The king of Naples, and Antonio the false brother, repented the injustice they had done to Prospero. 9. Ariel was instructed to bring Ferdinand, the prince of Naples, to his cave. 10. Ferdinand was the second human whom Mirinda had seen after her father. Answer. 1. Prospero and Mirinda came to an island and lived in a cave. 2. Using his powers, Prospero released the good spirits from large bodies of trees. 3. He raised a violent storm in the sea to wreck the ship of his enemies. 4. He ordered Ariel to torment the inmates of the ship. 5. Ariel was instructed to bring Ferdinand, the prince of Naples, to his cave. 6. Ferdinand was the second human whom Mirinda had seen after her father. 7. Mirinda was attracted by Ferdinand and had more concern towards him. 8. Prospero wanted to test Ferdinand and gave a severe task to perform. 9. The king of Naples, and Antonio the false brother, repented the injustice they had done to Prospero. 10. Prospero forgave them and restored his dukedom, Milan.